What is going on, my beautiful friends? Thank you so much for joining me on another edition of Trail Talks. Today, we are headed to Pemberton, Mount Mackenzie, beautiful BC on the Sea to Sky Highway. This is a trail network that can be found in my book, The Best Mountain Bike Trails in Canada, available now on Amazon for all of your top riding in the country. Yes, it is, my friends. Anyways, my friends, a few things come to mind when I think Mount Mackenzie and Pemberton, and number one would be the beautiful scenery. What beautiful views can be featured off this mountain in every direction? Some of the best views you will find in all of BC, really, yes. What else do I think about when I think about this mountain? This mountain has some of the gnarliest trails you will ever ride, so it's more geared towards the pros, the advanced riders, but there is some sweet intermediate trails we will be discussing in 1 second here. And the third thing that I think about when I think about Mount Mackenzie is this is a dusty place in the summer, best ridden in the spring or the fall, but the only time I've ever been out there was in the summer, and it's still lots of fun in the summer, but if you can get out there in the off season, that is when you will have more ideal trail conditions. Yes, you will. Anyways, my friends, let us get into the riding. One of the first things that I think about when I think about this mountain is it does have a great climb trail. The NIMBY Blue rated great climbing trail. I remember very much enjoying this climb. Just takes you through a beautiful little forest, and it's not a bad climb at all. It was actually quite a good day on the climb trail. One of the top climb trails really out in BC, I think. Anyways, my friends, when you're looking for a great blue rated ride, I suggest to you Rudy's. Great blue flow trail, about 3 kilometers long. Got some routes, got some scenery. Not much in the way of trail features, but just if you want a nice, gentle cruise down the mountain, Rudy's is absolutely the one. A great day on a bike, just a great chill trail. If you want something with a bit more bermies, a bit more jumpies, a bit more speed, then you got the line of max pains to back pains. Those ones go a little faster, I would say, a little less traversing than Rudy's. Sick berms and jumps up here on max pains, fast ripper back pains, and this whole line is just sick. Max pains to back pains. And then another good blue rated trail you can make your way to is the Lower Mackenzie Cruise. That is a flowy / tech mix. Another very fun trail. All these blue trails are very good. I recommend them all. So no matter what you ride, you're going to have fun on any of these blue trails. If you're looking for some black rated flow with some jumps and some berms, you have the Hawaii trails. These are 3 trails long, and these would be some of your kind of easier blacks on the mountain. You got all the flow and jumps, and those are quite fun. So 3 Hawaii trails, and then after that, we're getting to a little more steep, a little more tech, and a little more jank with the Indy 500. So that is another black rated trail. If you are looking for like kind of a dark black trail with a technical steeps on it, you are looking to Indy 500. If you're looking for something a little more mixed bag, single black fun, you are looking at Blood, Sweat, and Fear. This one's a fun mixed bag, got a lot of it all. It's got the berms, it's got the slabs, some drops, some jumps. Really a fun trail. All these trails are so much fun. So if you're looking for more of a mixed bag trail, the Blood, Sweat, and Fear is the one for you. Next up, these are 2 trails that you might want to ride after Rudy's. So if you are going to ride Rudy's, you might have to finish on a black way down, or you might have to traverse to some other trails if you're willing to do some traversing. But anyways, my friends, so after Rudy's comes Overnight Sensation or Rusty Trombone. Rusty Trombone is the harder of the 2 and probably the more fun of the 2, but both of them are very good. Overnight Sensation, lots of slabs, loose shoe, mixed bag, got some flow, got some tech, and it's got what I believe to be called the hospital chute. I ended up on the hospital chute. I believe that's a double black branch off on Overnight Sensation, and that thing was terrifying. I have never seen anything looser and shootier than that, and I would not recommend the hospital chute on Overnight Sensation. To be honest, I would probably recommend the Rusty Trombone more. These are both classic black rated Pemberton trails, so you really can't go wrong on Overnight Sensation or Rusty Trombone. Rusty Trombone has more of the slabs, the tech up top, and once you get lower down, you get the berms and the jumps and some drops. Rusty Trombone is a bit harder than Overnight Sensation, but both are super fun trails. Rusty Trombone is probably the one that I recommend for y'all with a bit more of a mixed bag, but both are super fun trails with super sick views and just super epic riding, period. Anyways, my friends, that kind of sums it up for the single blacks and the blues. Now we're getting into the real gnar, but what I suggest to you is if you are going to start riding the double blacks, the one double black you should ride is Live Like Lisa. So this is kind of a darker black. This one doesn't necessarily feel like the rest of these double blacks. I would say these other ones are far harder. So Live Like Lisa, easier double blacks, lots of steep slabs on it. And if you're looking for something right in the same area that's a little harder, you got the Upper Mackenzie Cruise, which that one goes down a ridge line. That one's a rocky and slabby beast. These are all classics, by the way. You can't go wrong riding any of these, but if you are looking for an easier double black to sample, it's still got some steep-ass slab moments on it, but Live Like Lisa, probably the easiest double black on the mountain. Those looking for the absolute raw, gnarly gnar, we're getting into that now. Now listen, I can't even begin to pronounce this trail, but it is a Pemberton classic. So it's like Casa Weptepatata, K-A-C Weptepatata. You guys tell me how that's pronounced. I have no clue. Anyways, this double black Casa Weptepatata, kind of on the other side of Live Like Lisa and Upper Mackenzie Cruise on the other side of the mountain. This one is raw, rowdy, steep, and loose. Dirt, surfing, classic Pemberton style. So, I don't know, probably some native words. Great that they are honoring the native, the mother and the father of the land. Love to see that, but I cannot pronounce that word. But the it's a rowdy double black trail, just like the rest of these are. Now we are getting into probably the two most famous trails on the mountain, and one of those is Cop Killer, man. These are long ones. Both of these ones are long. I believe this pro line here, Jack the Ripper, is like 6 or 7 kilometers. Cop Killer is a bit shorter than that. Anyways, my friend, Cop Killer, double black, gnarly, loose, steep, chute of death, dirt surfing, pucker. That should say it all. My God, that one chute is literally the chute of death, and it is impossible to walk down. So if you are going to ride Cop Killer or the pro line Jack the Ripper, be ready, because both of these are gnarly, loose, steep, rooty, loose, dirt, surfing. My God, they are rowdy. Anyways, be ready to pucker on Cop Killer. That is a great trail. Instant classic. Lots of dirt surfing. If you are ready, though, for the ultimate test on the mountain, you must ride the pro line Jack the Ripper. Now, what should be said about this one? This one does have some littler climbs in between that kind of intercept some of the fun, but this is one of the rowdiest trails in BC. I don't know if it exactly is a pro line to be per se. It's almost like Cop Killer's pretty gnarly for a double black, but I would say sections of Jack the Ripper could be gnarlier, but the main difference is this one is far away from help. So it is rated a pro line. And this is a rowdy Pemberton Classic trail. Sick rock rolls, chutes, steeps, tech, little features on it. My God, this trail is sick. So this mountain is known for its absolutely deadly double blacks like Cop Killer and the pro line Jack the Ripper, and it should be said that these are beast climbs to get up to these trails. So make sure that you still have the energy. Pack some food, pack some of your energy gels, make sure you have enough water, because you are going to need your energy when you're riding trails like any of these ones: Kawasepta, Cop Killer, Upper Mackenzie Cruise, the pro line Jack the Ripper. These trails are loose, these trails are gnarly, these trails have some insane rock slabs, some insane chutes, and this is the real deal, guys. If you are the type who likes that gnarly, rowdy tech, Cop Killer, Jack the Ripper, any of these double blacks, even some of these single blacks get rowdy, Rusty Trombone, my God, this place is gnarly. This place is amazing, and not your place for beginners. A few good intermediate trails, but we can see most of the mountain caters to advanced riders, and it is a sick mountain. Anyways, my friends, if you can get out to Pemberton, make sure you spend a few days. Make sure you have some time for your Sea to Sky Highway trip. Pemberton sometimes gets overlooked by the North Shore, Squamish, and Whistler, but Pemberton is absolutely the gnarly capital of town. If you like it gnarly, if you like it loose and dirt, surf, and shoots, big old rock slabs, big views, rowdy Pemby classics. That is what's featured on Mount Mackenzie. Anyways, my friends, I hope you have lots of time to ride all the goodness on the Sea to Sky Highway. Lord knows all these trails going to take you a while. There are some massive climbs on this place. So come with your energy, my friends, and I hope you enjoy all that the Sea to Sky Highway and the lovely Pemberton has to offer. Do not miss Pemberton on your MTB trip through BC. Anyways, my friends, peace and lots of love. I am Ote.